Hi everyone. So let's go for the understanding of this particular organization, that is Intelligence Bureau, and this is related to the interviews you people are facing for this department, Intelligence Bureau, which is under Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. Now, Intelligence Bureau, you will not find the website of it. Even in Ministry of Home Affairs website, when you go, there is a mention of Intelligence Bureau, similar to like CBI, National Investigating Agency, Narcotics Bureau. You will find these kind of organizations, but you will not get information about Intelligence Bureau, much information about its organizational structure, offices. So there is no website. Sometime he asks you a question that do you know something about Intelligence Bureau, and have you seen our website and all. So be clear, there is no website. It is internal intelligence agency of India, intelligence gathering, and it is also related to terrorism, intelligence gathering related to terrorism. And similar to that, we have another agency, that is Research and Analysis Wing, RAW, that is external intelligence agency. So in India, we have two agencies which are related to intelligence gathering: internal within the country, external outside the country. You must have heard the name of Pakistan ISI, which keeps on getting information about Jammu and Kashmir and all. So RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, is external agency. There are so many countries in which internal and external intelligence agencies are same. You do not have two different agencies, because he might ask you that what is the counterpart of Intelligence Bureau in Pakistan or America. So the moment you start saying ISI, they will say that is a counterpart of RAW, Research and Analysis Wing. But what is the counterpart of IB? So keep in mind that not every country has demarcated, divided internal and external intelligence functions. In majority of the countries it is same, and I will discuss that with you. This document is available on the panel or on the website of YourPedia. You can take it, prepare it, and those of you who have interviewed, they can start going for their HRs with team YourPedia, so that what kind of questions related to you can be asked. And I told you in the previous lectures also that there are certain personality traits, there are certain personality types which they are looking for. Officials who are going to serve in Intelligence Bureau, certain things are expected from you. You will agree with me that the traits which are required from a person serving in defense will be different from those serving as scientist, will be different from those working as teacher, and similar to Intelligence Bureau. So requirements are different, and interview panel tries to see whether you have those traits or not. Why you want to join Intelligence Bureau? Answer may come from here, that it is playing a very crucial role. So you will see that particular thing from here. Let's start it now. So I have given you this entire detailed document, and you can understand the most important parts which are related to this particular organization. It's a domestic internal security agency under Ministry of Home Affairs, and they sometimes ask you, when was it founded? When was it founded? Indian National Congress was founded in 1885. History अगर आपने पढ़ा है, 1887 Central Special Branch, when British were ruling the country. They wanted internal gathering. You remember 1857 revolt. British could not know that something of this sort is going on. Then 1885 was Indian National Congress was created as safety valve hypothesis by British, and A.O. Hume, British civil servant, created Indian National Congress. So purpose was like we get to know what is going on in the minds of Indian. 1887 Central Special Branch was created by British. So we can say that Intelligence Bureau is one of the oldest intelligence organization in the world, oldest such organization. So then 1968 what happened, we separated external intelligence, RAW. So you should know that 1968 में we separated it. इसका पुराना नाम क्या था? You should know that. Arvind Kumar is presently the current director, and normally the directors are the IPS officers only. So within the intelligence दो main function है, एक तो intelligence, counter intelligence means किसी ने आपके पास से intelligence ले लिया, उसको उस intelligence को भी overcome करना है. So I tell you, Pokhran 2 was a successful mission of Intelligence Bureau. Why? Because Pokhran 2 में जो 1998 में हुआ था, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, पोखरण 2 में अमेरिकन सैटेलाइट्स ऑल्सो कुड नॉट फाइंड आउट कि ऐसा कुछ होने वाला है टिल वी हैड अवर सेकेंड न्यूक्लियर experiment. So people were not even aware that India is planning something of that type. So that is the intelligence which we had. So counter terrorism task, counter terrorism, counter intelligence, and execute counter intelligence activities. कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से अधिकारी इसमें आते हैं. So if you want to serve in intelligence bureau at the executive level, either you are from IPS or Indian Revenue Services or military services, Director of Intelligence Bureau, that is the chief post of this, is actually an IPS officer. You know, India was very close to Soviet Union, the earlier name of Russia, and that time when India got independence, we got a lot of support from Soviet Union. And KGB, आप सब लोगों ने सुना होगा, KGB is the intelligence organization of Soviet Union. Internal, external, मैंने आपको बताया कि largely that bifurcation is not there in majority of the countries. So KGB हमारे इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो को मेंटरिंग मिला है केजीबी से. सो दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग इज ऑल्सो देयर विद अस. वायर टैपिंग होता है कि बिना किसी इंटीमेशन के आपके फ़ोन टैप कर लेना एंड ऑल. सो दे हैव दैट अथॉरिटी. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू. इवन CIA ऑफ अमेरिका वाज नॉट इन पोजीशन टू. सो ये नाम याद रखना, KGB, CIA, इंटेलिजेंस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ऑफ दीज कंट्रीज दैट यू शुड नो. सो इन मुंबई अटैक 26/11, यू नो मुंबई में अटैक हुआ था 2008 में. कसब केस, यू नो, कसब वॉज द टेररिस्ट, पाकिस्तानी टेररिस्ट हु वॉज अरेस्टेड एंड देन ही वॉज हैंग्ड. सो वो जो बॉम्बे अटैक हुआ था, मुंबई अटैक हुआ था, पीपल वर नॉट इवन अवेयर. सो गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से वो लोग आए, ताज में अटैक किए एंड ऑल. सो दैट वॉज अ फेलियर एक्चुअली ऑन इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो पार्ट. सो रीज़न ऑफ दैट इज़ लॉट ऑफ पॉलिटिकल इंटरफेरेंस. ये देख रहे हो तुम, ये बहुत मिसयूज़ होता है दैट ये वायर टैपिंग कर सकते हैं. तो पॉलिटिकल अपोनेंट की वायर टैपिंग करना, पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर बहुत ज़्यादा होता है IB के ऊपर. एंड अंडर फंडिंग, शॉर्टेज ऑफ फील्ड एजेंट्स, लोग नहीं मिलते, फील्ड एजेंट्स नहीं मिलते. दीज आर द प्रॉब्लम्स. इट वॉज क्रिएटेड बाई 1887 बाई ब्रिटिश सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट, ब्यूरोक्रेट ओनली बेसिकली. सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट जो मिनिस्टर होता था, ब्रिटिश मिनिस्टर, as a sub-secretariat of central special branch. It was created at that time, right? तो किसी पार्लियामेंट्री एक्ट या एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑर्डर से क्रिएट नहीं हुआ है, मिनिस्टर ने क्रिएट किया है. दैट इज ब्रिटिश सेक्रेटरी जिसको बोलते थे. ही क्रिएटेड दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग, right? So this is some information from Wikipedia, you can see. So our larger information about intelligence bureau is from the internet, Wikipedia, and from the Ministry of Home Affairs website we have taken that information. Where is the headquarter and motto क्या है इसका? Always alert is the motto. And presently Minister of Home Affairs is Shri Amit Shah. Arvind Kumar is the director intelligence. So this small information you should be aware. History मैंने आपको बताई है. Some more information you can always get in this. So 1887 में ये create हुआ and then Indian Political Intelligence Office was established. Indian Political Intelligence IPI in 1921. So this how this entire thing is to be understood. IPI was renamed as Intelligence Bureau under Ministry of Home Affairs. So 1947 में Indian Political Intelligence जो 1921 में बना था उसका नाम ये था. So if he ask you what was the earlier name of Intelligence Bureau, it was IPI, Indian Political Intelligence. In 1921 में this name was given. स्कॉटलैंड यार्ड एंड M15 ये इंग्लैंड से रिलेटेड हैं. यू नो दिस टू थिंग्स, स्कॉटलैंड यार्ड एंड M15. M15 इज द इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसी ऑफ इंग्लैंड. Salient feature of flash code. Now why I am giving you flag code, sorry, why I am giving you this, because if you go on the site of Home Affair, Ministry of Home Affair, वहाँ पे कुछ बहुत ही करंट इन्फॉर्मेशन हैं, करंट रेलिवेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन. So because the people who will be interviewing you, they are aware about Ministry of Home Affairs and they are aware about those important topics. So आप एक बार go through कर लेना इस चीज़ को. अगर यहाँ से कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए कि फ्लैग कोड पता है आपको, फ्लैग, इंडियन फ्लैग के बारे में आप कुछ बता सकते हैं, किस एक्ट के थ्रू बना है? फ्लैग कोड ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 2002. सो कुछ सैलिएंट फीचर्स हैं इसके. हाउ नेशनल फ्लैग शुड बी यूज्ड, कौन से मटेरियल का बना होना चाहिए, विच मटेरियल इट इज़ मेड अप ऑफ, and which organizations can use this national flag, even private organizations. I remember Jindal fought that legal battle in the court and he said that okay, private organizations can also use national flag. So public, private education institutes, they can use national flag. Rectangular shape में होता है, 3:2 is the ratio, length and height. Length is 3 and height is 2. That is the ratio. It can be small, it can be big, but ratio should not change. And damaged flag should not be used. और नॉर्मली आपको फ्लैग जो है वो व्हीकल के ऊपर नहीं लगा सकते हैं आप. नेशनल फ्लैग को 26 जनवरी 15 अगस्त की बात अलग है, अदरवाइज नेशनल फ्लैग कुछ ही व्हीकल्स पे लगता है, बाकी व्हीकल्स पे नहीं लगता है. एंटी टेररिज्म डे कब होता है? यू माइट आस्क यू अबाउट एंटी टेररिज्म डे. So 21st May is celebrated as is basically observed as, not celebrated but observed as Anti-Terrorism Day. And you know, this terrorism, India is a suffering country, suffered a lot because of the terrorist activities by neighboring countries and all. So we observe this day as Terrorism Day. Ministry of Home Affairs is the, you know, controlling Ministry of Intelligence Bureau as we discussed. So Ministry of Home Affairs के बारे में कुछ knowledge आपको पता होना चाहिए. What is Ministry of Home Affairs? इसकी बहुत सी एक्टिविटीज़ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ होती हैं. इंडियन पुलिस सर्विसेज जो है, IPS जॉब्स जो हैं, दे आर IPS के जो IPS अधिकारी हैं, दे आर अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर. दैट इज़ व्हाट यू शुड नो. देर आर सर्टन लिस्ट. अगर आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जाएंगे देन देर आर सर्टन लिस्ट, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव लिस्ट, यूनियन लिस्ट, स्टेट लिस्ट, कंकरेंट लिस्ट. तो कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स ऐसे हैं जो यूनियन लिस्ट, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट हैज़ अथॉरिटी. Some may you know, concurrent list. If I ask you about the police, the state police is under the state control except Delhi police which is under central control. So state police is under basically state list. ये 7th schedule of constitution में mentioned है. Public law order and police are responsibility of the state. ये बहुत important चीज़ है. And Article 355 says that constitution union to protect every state against external aggression and internal disturbance. So that is very very important. But police or public order is a state subject. That is the duty of the state government to maintain it. So Ministry of Home Affairs is coming into picture because IPS जो हैं, you know, state police services भी होती हैं, but IPS is the central police services which are under Ministry of Home Affairs. IPS अधिकारी basically are at the top level of police jobs in the state. कोई भी स्टेट ले लो आप, पंजाब पुलिस या हरियाणा पुलिस और राजस्थान पुलिस, यू विल फाइंड दैट IPS आर एट द टॉप. एंड IPS आर बेसिकली अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स, दो दे आर ऑल्सो अंडर द कंट्रोल ऑफ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. देयर डिसिप्लिन एंड एवरीथिंग इज अंडर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो, बट दे आर एक्चुअली अंडर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स. सो दिस इज ऑल दैट इंफॉर्मेशन you should know. Now you should also know who are the minister. So Shri Amit Shah is Union Home Minister, and then Nityanand Rai, Shri Nityanand Rai is Minister of State. So we have got 3 ministers of state. Shri Ajay Kumar Mishra, he was much in news because of his son, you know, that he got involved in some kind of incidents in Uttar Pradesh before election. So Nisit Pramanik, that is Minister of State. So we have got 3 ministers of state and Union Home Minister. This is the new program, which are new policy, which I think new project, NADABET, NADABET, that is इंडो पाक बॉर्डर के ऊपर एक नया एक प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट हुआ है. एंड दैट इज नादाबेत सीमा दर्शन प्रोजेक्ट. इट इज़ अ टूरिज्म प्रोजेक्ट. इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसको पूछ सकता है वो आपसे. दिस इज अ करंट अपडेट. नादाबेत सीमा दर्शन प्रोजेक्ट इंडो पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर पे है, एंड दिस इज इन Banaskant district of Gujarat, if I am pronouncing it properly. This is in Gujarat particular district, and the purpose is, it is a tourism project actually. So you should know a little bit about that. It is to generate the employment to the local people and prevent the migration of people living in the border areas. Indo-Pakistan border pe there are people who are living and they try to migrate to other places. So to stop them from migrating. And tourism का है तो people from rest of the India can come and stay there, see how BSF people live and everything. So that is Seema Darshan project है basically, right? This is Seema Darshan project and border tourism project, which we can call it. So if he asks you what is this project, you will say, sir, it is a border tourism project. So citizen will get an opportunity to, you know, see the lifestyle of BSF people. So now if you go to Ministry of Home Affairs side, you will find that under the Ministry of Home Affairs there are some departments, there are some agencies. So you try to click Intelligence Bureau, you will not get anything. That means there is no further information. Yes, Central Bureau of Investigation is like FBI of USA. It is like investigating agency. So you should be very clear what is CBI, what is this National Investigating Agency, terrorist attacks ke time pe aata hai ye, and then other organizations which are under the control of this Ministry of Home Affairs, that you should be aware. The moment you become IPS, you go for your training in Hyderabad, that is National Police Academy in Hyderabad. So that is there. So these are some of the organizations you should be aware. And then I have given you all these organizations and little bit information about these. National Investigating Agency, do you know what is National Investigation Agencies? So whenever there is a militancy or insurgency, तो investigation का जो उसका काम है, so Central Bureau of Investigation largely corruption की activities को या कुछ ऐसी activities को investigate करता है. So CBI is also investigating agency, NIA is also investigating agency. You should be very clear what are the jurisdiction of these organizations. Administrative Reform Commission, suggesting what kind of administration reform should be there in the country, had recommended this establishment of NIA. So that you should be very, very clear. So NIA was created in 2008 after this act was made. So this is what you should know. And now this is also very important. What other countries, what are the intelligence organizations of other countries, what are their names? As I told you, M16 is UK, ISI Pakistan, Mossad Israel, CIA of USA, RAW of India. Intelligence Bureau is an internal agency, that is what we have separated, right? So what is Intelligence Bureau, that also we have already discussed. And this is the Director of Intelligence Bureau is a member of Joint Intelligence Committee also. So that Arvind Kumar is the present the Intelligence Bureau, Director of Intelligence Bureau. He is since 2019. Now what is RAW? Little bit idea about RAW should also be there. So RAW is the External Research Organization of India. So that idea also you should have. So RAW also you should go through. Since 1968, RAW and this IB are differently done. Central Bureau of Investigation, go through this particular information also. He might ask you, do you know what is CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation? उसका काउंटर पार्ट कौन सा है यूएस में, दैट इज फेडरल ब्यूरो ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स कैन बी आस्क्ड. और ये कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री के अंडर आता है, अंडर विच मिनिस्ट्री इट कम्स, सो दोज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स यू शुड बी अवेयर. नेशनल इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसी इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नाउअडेज. एक्ट ऑफ पार्लियामेंट के थ्रू बना है 2008. अगर बोलता है इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो कौन से एक्ट के थ्रू बना है, तो कोई भी एक्ट के थ्रू नहीं बना. मैंने आपको बताया था कि सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट ने इसको क्रिएट किया था 1887 में. दैट इज हाउ यू शुड बी अवेयर अबाउट दिस. नेशनल इंटेलिजेंस ग्रिड, नेट ग्रिड इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. जब आपका ये 2008 में मुंबई में अटैक हुआ, आफ्टर दैट दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वॉज क्रिएटेड. इट इज अटैच्ड टू मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स. दिस इज बेसिकली नेट ग्रिड. Narcotics Control Bureau is also one of the agencies under this Ministry of Home Affairs. So also चलते चलते वो आपसे ये क्वेश्चन भी पूछ सकता है, नेशनल नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो के बारे में आप कुछ जानते हैं कि नहीं, तो दैट ऑल्सो कैन बी आस्क्ड. सो आई बिलीव ये आपको डॉक्यूमेंट मिल जाएगा. जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस एंड ये कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो का होना चाहिए बिफोर यू आंसर एनी क्वेश्चन इन द इंटरव्यू. Read it, take this document and start preparing with YourPedia for your upcoming interviews in Intelligence Bureau. All the very best. Thank you.